Hello, my name is Michael Garrick, and this is Popping Culture. We're mixing it up today. It's Popping Culture TV show reviews. It's usually movies, but we're going to do a TV show today. My guest today is the great comedian Shelly Belly. Uh,
Hey!
we'll be reviewing America's Got Talent. Shelly chose the TV show. Any special reasons why?
I love variety shows. I'm a weirdo. I have followed America's Got I have followed America's Got Talent for years now. And I rarely watch movies. I know that's weird, but I'm always writing comedy, and I'm always, if I do watch anything, it's other comedians, Netflix shows and things like that. But I love America's Got Talent. I love to watch the crazy things that people do. Uh, I thought about going on America's Got Talent one time. Have you ever thought about it?
I have. You should definitely do it. I've known of other comedians doing it. I don't know how far they made it, but heard of other local comedians doing it.
I thought about it, but man, do I hate rejection. I had enough of that as an ugly teenager. I don't know
Me
if I could
too.
take it.
I understand that. We're reading the same mail on that one. Um,
But I don't know if I would have the nerve. I would be a wreck. It's different being judged by a panel and going on stage to do a comedy show, because they're like asking you to be there at a comedy show. They're not asking you to be there. On
yeah,
America's Got Talent, it's like, here I am, now judge me.
yeah, exactly.
So that would be hard. There was one comedian. She was about my age. I've had people tell me we look alike,
Okay.
and she had went on stage, and I'm like, she's going to kill it. She's a comedian, and she got up there and she forgot the last half of her joke, and I was like, I couldn't handle it if I did that. And so some of the judges loved her, but they were like, no, she didn't make it through. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
when you forget your
I couldn't
jokes,
handle
that's tough.
it. Yeah, yeah, it is. But I don't know. I like just love to watch, just there's so many talented people out there, and a lot of people don't have the opportunity to show their skill and their talent. And that's one place that they can do it. And I don't watch it for like a whole season, so I can like binge watch it and sit there and just eat like the most horrible fattening foods you could imagine, and just binge watch America's Got Talent until the end in like 2 days.
Nice, nice. Like I said, I've seen a couple seasons. Uh, do you feel like they have an advantage when it's a group versus when it's just one person on stage?
You know, not really. I think usually, well, I think when you have a couple of people, but like when you get the choirs and you get these dance groups, I'm like, you've seen one dance group, you've seen them all. And but you get these people that can like go up in the air and do a back bend with the arrow with their toe and pop a balloon. And I'm like, geez, I've never been that flexible. How do they do that? And I'm like, I bet they are freaky. The husband and wife, I bet they are freaky.
Yeah.
But that's how my brain thinks. Um, but I there was. Did you see the episode about the girl? I don't know if she was Asian, but she was really scary, and she was doing magic
Yes.
with the long hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that scared me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. She should be in the WWE because she played that character very well.
Didn't she though? I was like, she looks like something out of a Stephen King movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Another thing, thank you for bringing it up. When it comes to the magicians on the show, because they've had a couple, um, do you feel like that's the tricks that they prove are you okay?
Can we hold on a
Oh
second?
yeah.
What was that?
Okay, we're back.
I'm good.
Okay, no problem at all. Yeah, but about the magicians, do you feel like uh they've sometimes they do the same trick as like the last season.
Yeah, I do see that. Like there's been two or three, I was talking about with the girl with the arrow busting the balloon. Yeah, and the knife throwing. There's only so much, practically killing somebody with the object you can do without it all starting to look the same. Um, I would say it's the like the magicians that are really different to me. I love magic. I always have. Now I couldn't do magic if you made me. Uh, but the comedians are my favorite. I just love the comedians.
Oh, same here. I'm biased, but I hate the singers. I hate the singers with a passion because it's just it's tough to go after a singer. Like I've done shows where like I've had to go after someone that literally was a variety show and it was a singer and it was just like, man, I want to hear him again too. I don't want to hear no jokes.
Yeah, it's like you can't combine all of that together and
Yeah,
expect the response you want. I mean, but the thing about singers is, what happened to the smooth singers like Keith Sweat that was a cool, just smooth. Everybody's got to throw riffs and stuff now,
true. That's true.
and it's like, why you got to tear that song up? Why can't you just make it sound good?
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you? I mean, like, everybody wants to sing like Lady Gaga, and they can't.
No. No.
I do like to watch American Idol. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. When it comes to we can't if you want to talk about American Idol, we can. Which group of judges did you like the most?
I love Sharon Osbourne.
Okay.
So I like when Sharon Osbourne was on the show, and Howie Mandel. I like him. He's just like a germaphobe really bad, and it's
Yeah.
just like really weird. And he's like, I'm a hugger, so I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
uh, and I think Simon needs to take a break. Simon was a beehole till he had his son. Now he's turned all nice and stuff.
Yeah. I think he had back surgery too. I think that calmed him down a good bit.
He did hurt his back, didn't he? God bless him. But he's
Yeah.
still
The,
he's
yeah.
still
To talk about
he's
Howie, I was reading a funny story about Howie because he is a germaphobe, like bad. But apparently,
hmm
do you know who Joe Rogan is?
Yes, I
Yeah.
love Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan has a mixed martial arts background. He's a stocky man, and Joe Rogan just
Yes.
forgot, and he shook Howie's hand, and he said, the quote Joe Rogan, I think he said, you could tell Howie was he remembered instantly, and he apologized, but you could tell Howie was like, I'm a germaphobe, but I definitely don't want to get beat up either. Like it's just
He's
like,
like, okay, just this one time.
yeah,
Just this
yeah,
once.
yeah, yeah. This is
Have you Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Have you heard the podcast with Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, did you not love it?
They dropped a lot of gems. Yep.
Oh, wow. That my husband, he was telling me about it. He's like, Michelle, you really need to watch the podcast with Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart. It'll make you look at comedy totally different.
Mhm.
And I did, and I was like, wow, just to hear how he does things and how he and I'm like, well, some of that I already do. And like he'll say, no, true story. This is a true story. And how it's amazing how words, because we do a lot of psychological stuff too.
Of course. Of course. People don't understand. Like when you're a comedian, you got to stand in front of people, make them laugh, make them feel, make them get confused, and make them wait for punchlines. Like we really do have to like go in somebody's mind and like control it for whatever amount of
Mhm.
time we're on stage.
Absolutely. And that, whether it's facial expressions, like I would love to do what Brandon Rainwater does. He is a heck of a host. He
Yeah.
can pick any subject and turn it into whatever and it be funny.
Yeah. Great crowd work.
I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I cannot do that.
I'm still working on crowd work. I mean, I can talk to a crowd, but the fact that like to keep the oh his specialty is whatever he asks the crowd, he has a joke for. And
Yes.
it's like if I be like, "Hey, what you do for a living?" and he's like, "I fix tires." I don't have no jokes for fixing tires. I don't.
Yeah,
There's no.
I don't either. And
Yeah.
I mean, so, I'll bring the audience into my comedy, but I can't bring my comedy, I can't like, hey, do you remember when you went to the gynecologist? Have you ever been to, and then make it, I can't do it.
Yeah, I just can't trust the crowd. Like I can't trust the crowd to give me an
Right.
answer that I can feed off of.
How
You
do
know.
you feel about hecklers?
Uh, oh, I'll eat them alive. I've only been heckled literally twice since I've done comedy. I don't play that.
I
If you want to
can,
be a part of the show, we can be. You can be a part of the show.
I cannot do it.
Oh, okay.
I am, I'll tell you, I've only had it happen like twice. And I was like, okay, whatever, or I ignored them. I'm still learning, so I'm like, oh God, somebody heckled. I mean, not in a bad way. They're just trying to get involved in the story, and it makes you lose your train of thought. And I don't think hecklers realize everything that we do on stage is normally planned out, unless you're like Brandon and it's just kind of like you're doing crowd work. But for me, it's a planned out set. And if you holler at me or heckle me, it throws me completely off.
I got on this guy. The first time I got heckled, I got on this guy so bad. But I had a good bit of my friends that came out to support because I probably wouldn't have went in on the guy so bad if it had just been me because I don't want to fight nobody. But like I had literally like 30 people with me, so I just kept picking on him. Long story short, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, buddy, I know not to talk anymore at shows," and I was like, "I bet." Like 'cause he had some weird red suit. I don't know. I just kept picking on him. He was like Clifford in
So
the
weird,
front
Red.
row. Yeah. Speaking of hosts, who's your favorite host for America Got Talent?
Wow. I would say the guy that's on there now, I can't think of his name. He's the
Terry
big boss
Crews.
guy. I like him.
Hmm.
I don't like, I don't remember what his name was that was
Nick
married
Cannon.
to, yeah, I didn't like him.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Yeah, nah, I never did. I think he was more about trying to sell himself than sell the people that were coming in.
Okay.
I like the guy that's on it now. He's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely is two different personalities.
Yes. But I don't know who what's her name that was the I'm horrible with names. That was the model. She was a host on there.
Oh, not Tony Braxton. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Tyra
great. I like
Banks.
Tyra Banks. She's hilarious.
Yes. I just learned
She's
last year she married a billionaire. And I was like, oh wow, okay. I don't think I could do anything after I marry if I marry like well I'm no I'm marrying an amazing woman soon. But if I was to marry a billionaire, I don't think I have ambition.
well, you know what? Of course she married a billionaire. She's not getting any younger.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm only kidding, Tyra. By God, I love you. I'm a comedian. Take a joke, Tyra.
yeah. But yeah, I
I'll
give it.
rent a billionaire, not marry one though.
Man, I give it up to you. If you want to get up for work and you married to a billionaire, give it up. Mm, mm.
I, people always say, what would you do if you hit the lottery, if you became rich? And I'm like, how am I supposed to answer that? I've never been rich. So how am I to know what to do? Go get a financial advisor. That's what
Real
I'm going to do
fast. Yeah,
real
yeah,
fast.
real fast. So like immediately, like somebody trustworthy, someone that's already rich, so I don't have to worry about them stealing from me. You know,
Exactly, exactly. And everybody goes, "Oh, wouldn't you love the?" See, I told you I change subjects all the time.
it's fine.
But people say, "Oh, wouldn't you love to win the lottery? Wouldn't you love to be a billionaire?" And I'm like, honestly, no. And they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, I would not want to live the rest of my life not knowing who I could trust and who I couldn't.
Well, I do that now.
Well, that's true, but then you don't know if people want to be around you because they really like you as a person, or they're only around you because of your money. I wouldn't want to live like that.
Well, Shelly, we on two different sides of the coin on this one.
And I would like to be, comfortable, but I would like to get a comedy show big enough to where I can buy a new car.
I got you.
That's my dream. I want to have a comedy show big enough where I can make enough to buy a new car.
I want to get rich enough where leasing a car makes sense.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's like
I want to.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no. I mean, yeah. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I want to be able to not have to buy a used car.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can just go. I want a new Kia. You're probably thinking a Mercedes or a Lincoln or something like
No,
that. Oh, here I am.
I'm thinking the same thing. Like I wouldn't want anything luxury either. Like why would I want to jump on that bandwagon now? That's generational wealth.
Yeah, right, right. I'm like, I just want a new Kia, or maybe a credenza would be nice. But is it? Do they even make the credenzas anymore?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a nice, like the top notch of the Kias. I
Okay.
love my Kia car. Yeah. So yeah, but going back to America's Got Talent, we're all over the place. I am.
It's fine. If I could tell you one funny car story, you know about my little car. I think you've seen it.
Yes.
Uh, Apparently when I first got it, I don't know what was going on. I think I was doing a bunch of shows, and for some reason I went when I got home to my condo. I went in the bathroom, and they didn't know I had came home. And long story short, my girlfriend and her mother that lives with us right now, they were in the kitchen. They came downstairs and they were in the kitchen. And I heard my girlfriend say with a straight, I heard my girlfriend say this. She was just like, sometimes I think he does too many shows. I hope he's not messing around. And my mother-in-law, as sweet as she is, she I guess she pulled down the window, maybe, I guess, but I gonna hear it from the bathroom. But I heard was, well, if you look at this car, I don't think he cheating on you with anybody. I don't think if you just look out here and see this car, see if there's any extra poutine anywhere. Like,
Yeah, I mean, God bless it. That is definitely not a cootie getter.
yeah,
No,
exactly. But
mm-mm.
so hopefully
You
I
got to
can,
take off in that thing.
yeah.
I'm surprised you're
No,
like, you pull up, you don't have to worry about pulling up beside a girl at the red light and her going, that's hot.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I've never had a woman be like, you know what? He's financially stable. Never. He knows how to budget. That's never happened. That's
He's definitely an executive
yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
exactly.
he's
Yeah,
definitely a CEO
yeah.
of
He
a
owns this
company.
business when he pulls in. When he puts those 15-inch tires on that car, he knows what he's doing. Never in life. Oh man, this has been a great podcast. I enjoyed every part of this. I uh
Oh, I want to throw. Oh,
no, it's not the
you
end. It's
know,
not.
you knew you was gonna hit something whenever you went to Discount Tires and threw them things on.
I never expected like five grown men to get a laugh. Just like, oh, yeah, this is for your mom. Like, all right, now. All right. I was like, they got two more before I'd be like, you know what? I'll just ride on this flat to the next place. They got two more jokes.
You can't plug that.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't
like,
plug that. Huh?
yeah, Buddy was over there like, you know what? The spare, the same size, ain't it? I was like, all right, now. All right. Oh, okay. I called Triple
Oh,
A.
we're.
I called Triple A because I'm a grown man and I don't know how to change the tire. But I called Triple A and the guy was like, with a straight face, this chubby dude, like he was like 250, chubby guy. He was like, you know what, buddy? I can show you how to do it. I ain't gotta use the jack. If I just lift it up on the side, you can just put it on. I'll show you how to put it on. I was like, sir, if you don't use your jack now, this is I was
Hey, listen. If you're ever changing the oil in that tire and you're up under it and the jack falls and you're up under it, just call your stepchild to come out and just lift up the car and let you out.
thank you, Shelly. No problem. I did
You're
tell one.
welcome.
I had told one of my friends because he was talking about his car could run over my car. I said, "Look at now, sir. When you got that car, I can run you over. Now I got to do it by twice for you to die, but I That first hit just a warning, apparently.
Oh my
Mm,
gosh.
yeah, but it's paid for, and that's all that matters.
Hey, I owe $692 on my car for it to be paid off. And then my husband
Congratulations.
goes, thank you so much. I am doing the Dave Ramsey, baby steps thing. So just when we were right there of being debt free, except for our mortgage, my husband says, there's a truck I'm looking at. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
So then he tells me, you need to go get you another car to make me feel better about his decisions. But he got that truck because, like I said, we support each other.
nice, nice, nice.
Yep, I ain't supporting the payment on that truck though. I
I
promise
bet,
you that.
I bet that thing go back real fast later. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yes, because trucks are not cheap.
No, 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 not even the long term with gas and everything. No,
Now,
um,
what do you do for a living besides comedy?
I'm a nursing assistant.
So you're really telling the truth that you really do that.
Yeah, it's a good majority. I remember some of my jokes. I don't want people thinking, "D heck, I'm not." Not all those jokes are true,
Oh
but
no no
like,
no 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 no
yeah,
no! You no. I used to be a nurse's aide too.
okay,
So
wow,
I know
okay,
the parent teacher, Lord, the patient uh,
yeah,
confidentiality,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
HIPAA stuff.
Oh yeah, because
So
it's
no,
a.
you don't tell stuff like that on
Oh yeah,
stage.
no, no, no. But yeah, I'm still a certified nursing assistant. I literally just started my new job next week.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
congratulations!
did. Yeah, I did 12 years of working. I mean, I did 8 years of working 12 hours. I'm finally going back to 8 hour shifts. Yeah.
Bless your heart. You was doing like how many days a week?
With 12 hours, you work like 7 days every 2 weeks. Because it's 12 hours, you only have to
Woo.
work 7 days. So it's not too bad, but you just get those being there for 7 to 7 gets old real fast. Imagine me trying
You
to do that on America's Got Talent.
no, that would be impossible.
Yeah, but like, all right, Mr.
Oh, you talking about working? I thought you meant like working 12 hours and then trying to go. No, that skit would be hilarious that I've heard you do. Oh, you would. Oh, that would get you in there. It is
No, no,
hilarious.
I'm talking about having a patient up there, but like, all right, you want to know what talent is? Turn over.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I remember when I worked in a nursing home. This is no lie. There was a woman. She's been long gone. She was already like 101, 99, 100%. She had a little tiny finger on her little ring finger was like deformed. She was a nun, like a true nun. And every time I would go in there to take care of her, she would pinch that fat up under my arm. And I was like, oh, and I mean, you know how bad that hurts. And I thought to myself, my God, no wonder she was a nun. If she had like this toward a man, didn't nobody ever want her?
That's, you'll
She
have them.
was so mean, and she was still a virgin. They said that nuns, they don't,
Hmm.
And I was like, well, no wonder. Maybe if she had her son, she wouldn't acted that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ones that fight, they live the longest.
I know they always say the mean ones live the longest.
It's true. It's true. You know,
That is
patient.
that is the most overworked and underpaid job that there is out there, I believe,
Oh
and
yeah,
and unappreciated job there is out there.
yeah. Until they start pooping on themselves, then they get very appreciative.
Don't they though?
Oh yeah.
When they
Uh,
want somebody to come change that pamper.
oh yeah. And we always know when it's gonna be a bad patient because their family dropped them off quick.
Yeah,
Ain't
and they
no,
don't come back.
oh yeah, it's never no questions. It's just like, all right, mama. I'm like,
That's a tough job, and I admire. That is a definitely a female dominated business
oh yeah,
occupation, and so I admire that a man can get in there and do that job
oh
because
yeah,
it takes a lot of compassion. It takes a lot of caring and it's hard and it is not an easy job at all. It is back-breaking work.
oh yeah. I can't wait to stop doing it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm counting down days. As soon as I get enough, make enough money to do stand up or even just a podcast, it's over. I ain't wiping ass no more.
See, me and you, we just need, you and I, we just need to just start sending our stuff to every comedy club in the entire U.S. and just hit the road.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
We
your uncle
just need to
said
go.
well, your uncle said he has something coming up soon for us. So
Yeah, yeah. He
yeah.
called me yesterday. I was at bingo with my mom. You know how to make an old woman mad?
He- Uh, I, I don't know. Say cornbread's not ready. I don't know.
Yo, bingo.
Uh,
I told a joke.
that is
That's
perfect.
the
Cause
only short.
no, no, you're right. Cause we do bingo at the nursing home I work at. And you're right. You're right, boy. Let them call bingo wrong, and they already swiped their card.
Yeah, they cussing
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's
over a
somebody.
candy bar.
Oh yeah, it's time for their pain medicine. It's real for it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you can only imagine when the older people are playing for real money.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've only been to real not nurse home bingo, but real life bingo once, and I was just like, I ain't coming back here. This is
Dangerous.
this is combative.
You think the hood is bad? They ain't been to bingo.
Yeah, imagine the bingo in the hood. This is
Oh, I got an idea. Hood bingo.
yeah. I've been man. But I've been to
You
good
walk out
neighborhood.
alive, you're a winner automatically.
I don't know. I've been to good neighborhoods with bingo, and even they, in there it ain't good no more. It's wartime. Yeah,
Exactly.
if they don't
I
get
say
B
you wear
thirty
a
seven,
camo in there.
yeah, for real. You tell them you got 3 games. It's time to go. All right. Um, but to get back to you said American Idol. How do you feel like it's changed throughout the years when it comes to American Idol? Where you started with the winner being Kelly Clarkson to I believe Ruben Stutter in 2004. So that maybe that was either the second, third season to now where I know Daughtry won the last season I watched. How do you feel about the different artists winning? Like going from like pop artists from Kelly Clarkson to R&B artists like Ruben Studdard to a rock and roll artist like Daughtry. I know that's not
Mhm.
his name, but he's the lead singer of Daughtry. How do you
Yeah.
feel about the different genres of music winning throughout the couple of years?
Oh, well, I love all kinds of music. There is not one particular type of music I like. People always like, what kind of music? Here you are, 52 years old, and coming up to Chingy on stage just because I love it. And I love all kind of music. I think it is amazing how Kelly Clarkson, what vocals, just absolutely amazing vocals. And she is such a real human being. She's very real to her fans. She's very down to earth, and she doesn't forget where she came from.
Yep.
But she is an unbelievable, and she and what's the girl? Jesus take the wheel.
Carrie Underwood?
Well, Carrie Underwood too. What amazing singers. Um, Daughtry, um, I feel so bad that Daughtry just doesn't get the love that he deserves.
He had a good 3 years.
He had a good run. I really like his music, but I think he fell into the what's the rock band that
Nickelback?
Nickelback. I think he fell into the Nickelback phase and kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Mhm.
And that's unfortunate because he is a phenomenal singer.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Daughtry band got the respect they deserve because he did come from American Idol.
Yep.
A lot of people think, well, you didn't pay your dues. You hear that in comedy too. You
Oh,
really didn't.
I hate that. People love talking about paying your dues. If someone's naturally funny, just let them be naturally funny. If they're successful,
Thank you.
let them just be successful. Like I'm not losing anything by saying somebody's funnier than me. Like I'm not losing anything. They have there's niches. I can fit a niche. I don't have to take nothing. Them getting money in their pockets not gonna take money out of mine.
Right, right. Either people are funny or either they're not. Either they're a great singer or either they're not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you paid your dues or not. If somebody is a great singer, give them the credit where credit is due. It's a God given gift. Give them the credit. And I just don't think that he was given the credit or given the opportunities that he deserved in the record industry. Now, I'm not a promoter and I don't know a whole lot about that. But, and so we had uh, Kelly Clark, Ruben Studdard. I I never was a big Ruben Studdard fan. I don't I just think that he was mediocre.
Hmm.
I don't think that there was I loved his appearance because I love teddy bear guys, Um but I was just I if you wouldn't have mentioned his name, I would have never knew who you were talking about.
Okay.
Um I think that there were much better performers um, on the show. Uh, Another performer that I'm not big on is what's the guy that went on tour with Queen? Uh, see, it's I can't remember his name, but he went on tour with Queen, and that was kind of like that new singer going on tour with Journey. It just isn't working. You
Okay.
know, you can't go on tour with a band that lost the singer that everybody adored. The front man died, and you're going on tour and trying to carry on that name. It just ain't working.
No, unless you just have that kind of following or that kind of like music, you
Hmm.
just can't. Like it's just that's just a recipe that won't give you success.
Right, right. And let me ask you a question, if that's okay.
Hmm?
So, have you are you afraid to talk about politics, religion in this day and time because of being canceled?
No, no, as long as it's something we all agree on. Like when it comes to politics, I think you know if you're trying to be red or blue, and then I think you also know when you're just being funny. Like it's jokes you can tell where everybody can laugh at, but you also can like say something and you're not trying to be funny. Like I'm just trying to make people laugh. I don't want to make a statement. Like I don't want to switch anybody's
Right.
mind on what they believe. And when it comes to religion, like I feel like I have a great advantage because like I said, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. Like I've
Hmm.
heard a bunch of Jehovah's Witness jokes. Like and but from the outside, when it's different when you were one, it's like what the way I see it is totally different. So people kind of enjoy seeing the inside view instead of just seeing from the outside.
Right. I think we're talking about culture, and I think we're talking about how quickly people get canceled,
Oh yeah.
how quickly people get bored with things. And I think that's an advantage in comedy is, and I think that's why Kevin Hart has done so well. Because, like we were saying earlier, either you're funny or either you're not, and people are going to come see you because you're funny. Um, I think that if you don't, it's kind of like a record, like these people cut albums. They expect you to have a great album every time. And if you don't, you're canceled. And you know what I'm saying? Because the trends change so much.
I think it's one of those things where your fan base is always going to ride for you. I've seen a lot of people like if your fan base loves you, they love you, but you also can't like I know Jerry Seinfeld. Like if you notice, he'll say the same jokes in every special. Eddie
Hmm.
Griffin does the same thing. He'll tell the same jokes from his last special, and
Hmm.
you know, his fans will even say it like, hey, I don't want to buy the same thing over again. Like if you put out a 45-minute special, the next 45-minute special, we don't want to hear that same thing we already bought.
Right. So you're constantly having to change things, and you're hoping that what you changed hits.
Yes. Yeah. But that's one of
You
the
have
best
to,
things about I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but that's one of the blessings. Like a lot of people talk about, they started comedy too old. You have way more stories than I do.
well, that is true.
Yeah.
No.
You have way more stories you can make funny. You can translate where I have a good bit, but you know, age brings knowledge, and you have way more you can like pick on.
Well, but the good thing is, well, the not so good thing is a lot of the younger generation, when I talk about certain things, they don't get it because they not had that experience yet. I think I I try to do things that are unexpected. When I get up on that stage, people don't expect me to deliver the comedy that I do. Do you think that's true or?
Uh, I've just seen so much comedy. I can't speak for the crowd, so but I would
Yeah,
suggest yes. But I would also, and this is what I was told when I first started comedy, don't ever try to go too young because young people don't buy tickets.
exactly. And that's what I love is I have, and I'm so happy about is I don't have a certain type of fan base. My fan base is diverse in every way there is. And I'm so fortunate that I have that it, everybody loves comedy, no matter who you are. Either you're funny or either you're not. Either you're a good singer or either you're not. And I going back to American Idol, that's the unfortunate thing. One of my daughter's friends went to the next step to be in front of the judges and sing.
Okay,
And she had been through a very traumatic situation. And when the producers were trying to get her to use her traumatic situation. No, I'm sorry, she had not gotten in front of the judges. They were trying to use that bad situation to get her in front of a judge so the judges could talk about it. And because she didn't want to, she did not get to move to the next step.
wow.
So, yeah, you know, just like everything, things are edited, things are, you know, how can I say this? I think I think that there is more talent out there that is not being discovered because people have control over who they can pick and who they can. And I think a lot of even comics, um, because they get on stage and their presence may be a little bit different, they may look a little different, um, are not chosen maybe because they don't get laughed at because the way they look or the way they, but I think that's unfortunate, um, that there is so much, uh, what am I trying to say? There is so much talent out here that hasn't been discovered yet.
But would you agree that since I know you started social media, do you feel like that's the great equalizer? Because now it's no more of like this person or this company says, okay, we want this to be the next person. Now with social media, it's like no, the people choose. So those 500,000 followers you have, they all chose that you're funny. They all chose that they want to watch you. They all chose that they want to come see you instead of a company. Now, when the company comes to you, you have all the leverage.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Because and that's what I was saying about America's Got Talent earlier. I don't want to stand up in front of judges and have let the judges have the ability to tell me whether I'm good enough to go further or not. When I have the audience that's saying different, or a producer trying to sway or push things in a direction, I don't like that. I do like that my fans are saying, we think you're good enough to do stand-up comedy. So I did. And then the other comedians said, Michelle, you're a good comic, which made me continue. If those comedians were not a laugh at me the first time, I would have never continued.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they laughed.
You were there the first time I went on stage.
Okay, good, good. Well,
I remember you. I remember you, and I remember um, Jazz. No, I can't remember some of them, but I remember you specifically because you were just cool as a cucumber. I mean, like this is. second nature to you. No big deal. And I was like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when it's open mic time, it's like, you know what? I'm not getting paid. And none of these jokes work. They just don't work, you know? Like I'm not gonna put stress on my back. I don't it's not an audition. you know?
very true, very true.
Um,
What can I ask you questions?
please.
So, what do you like? What is your next big step? What would you like to do next?
Just get funnier. Like my biggest thing is you never want to get to a level where you're not ready. I never want to get to a position where somebody asks me to do something. It's like I'm not ready. Like I know I have a tight 20, but I don't have a tight 30. I don't have a tight 45. And if you want to feature, like going to like if I want to be a feature, because you've been in clubs, it's the host, feature, and headliner. If a headliner asks me to open for him just a feature, I don't have a tight 30. So I truly respect the craft where it's like once I feel like I have a tight 30, then I would hopefully try to go on the road with a comedian. So my goal is just to get better because I just don't want to get to a level that I'm not ready for.
Yeah. When do you know you're ready?
In my opinion, when I know I have enough time to cover an opportunity. Like some people jump into being headliners, and some people are just that funny. They naturally are that funny. But I know I don't have a tight 45 yet. But right now, it's just about
Yeah.
exposure. To me, exposure is worth more than money at this time.
That yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think my problem is I don't know how to go to the next step. It's like, what do you do? I mean, how do you get into a club? Is it all in who you know? So I think that's my struggle is I don't know how to go to the next step.
I think majority of it is that I've learned. I've got a lot of yeses just because I knew someone. So I would definitely
Mm,
say it's one of those things. It's who you know. Like
okay,
like nine
gotcha.
times out of ten, everything I've ever been booked for, they've either seen me, of course, being seen, somebody knows when you're funny, or they've been like, "Hey, so and so said you were funny," and it's most of the time so and so said you were funny.
Well, I want to bring Boudreaux in. He just came from out of nowhere, Uncle Boudreaux,
Yeah,
and he has really been, you know, getting around a good bit.
yeah,
What a great guy he is too,
yeah.
huh?
Super, very super nice guy. Like he just comes up and talks to you. Like he don't care who you are.
Mm-mm.
Like first time he came and spoke to me, I was like, "Hey, I'm like, he was like, well, I'm your Younger Bruiser." I was like, "You're mine, okay, all right, okay." But yeah, sweetest guy in the world, man. Very sweet fellow. Um,
I'll tell you that he got me to go to a club in Columbia, South
Comedy
Carolina.
House, yep,
That was different.
yeah. I
That
went
was
the
really different.
I went the night before to see him. I wish I came to see when you were performing. Um, yeah, that was your first like urban room.
Yes, and I really loved it because they everybody there uh, they just let it go. It's not like it's just like they'll let you know if you suck
Yeah, yeah,
in a minute. I was treated so well, and the people there are so nice. And uh, I never felt like, it was just, I'm there to do comedy, and I just had a ball.
yeah.
And it was I want to go back.
Okay. Okay. I'll definitely talk to Skip and see where he can put you. Skip's the new manager over there, so I'll definitely tell Skip you want to come back. That's no problem.
Skip opened,
Yep.
or no, he closed the show.
Yeah, Skip was the headliner, but he's also like the
Hmm.
manager over there now.
Yeah, and Brandon, he's helped me get some gigs out there, or
Oh yeah.
in different places. And
Yeah.
Brandon's great to work with, and
Oh yeah.
um, so it's just really a matter of, I guess, just me kind of getting my name out there. I just did a show with uh, oh gosh, I'm horrible with names. I tell you, the have you been to Spartanburg yet? To at Midtown?
No, not yet. No one's hit me up yet.
Um, well, I did a show out there a couple of times, and urban, but I'm welcome with open arms.
Oh yeah, Spartanburg is a college town for the most part, right?
Um, it it is, but then again, well, no, I wouldn't really say no. No, I don't think all of it is. I think
Okay.
in that this area, because college kids don't have money to go out. If they are out, they're over at Chiefs, getting $2,
Yeah.
Michelob Light or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, or whatever they call Pabst Blue Ribbon PBR. Um, but again, we'll just keep going back and forth, back and forth. But the the show, I'm glad that shows have given the people opportunities like America's Got Talent and American Idol has given the people opportunity that they otherwise would not have had. I think it's like that with TikTok. I think it's like that with Instagram. Um, and it's like that with open mics.
Yeah. Um, One thing before, because I wanted to make sure I asked you this question, and this is not being mean. This is just being honest. When it comes to
Uh-huh.
America Got Talent and American Idol, do you feel like they ever put people on the show that they know are going to fail?
Yes, absolutely. From and again, I'm under contract, so I can't really say anything. Um, and then later on, when all this happens, and I come back to you and I go, "This is what I meant,"
Mhm.
you'll understand. But producers definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, push you in a direction to make the show what they want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's with, I mean, of course, they do what sells.
Yeah.
Um, and I think a lot of times it's insulting, and a lot of times they should be ashamed of themselves because you have fed these people to make them think that they are truly more than what they really are, and knew that people were going to act that way, um, that the audience was going to act that way toward them. But that some of these people, I really think they can sing.
Yeah, it's definitely seen some episodes where I was like, this person may have mental illness.
Right. And they get up there and the judges laugh at them. And I mean, they've actually, I believe, I don't know if this was just like rumor, but I heard that one of their contestants actually went back and was chastised so bad that he committed suicide.
Mm. The worst guy I
Hmm.
can remember was, do you remember a guy? I think his song was She Bangs.
Yes, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. It was,
Pretty bad.
yeah.
I can't remember the names, but I hate the girls that get on there and they have an attitude, like I can sing, I can, and then it's like, oh my God, my dog's howling sound better than this.
Yeah.
But then I have to remember they put those people on there because they are that bad. And unfortunately, that was the probably the only 5 seconds of fame that they will ever get.
Yeah. They go back to their little town and, they're known for that, I guess.
Bless
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
What do you want to be known for? As far as your comedy style?
Um, just funny. Like I don't need. Of course, everybody's really big on having a niche, but as long as they think I'm funny and yeah, I can make money off of it, that's pretty much it. What about you?
Um, I think I want my niche just to be down to earth, just that Southern woman that you can sit on her front porch and talk to and drink sweet tea and just talk about anything.
Well, you definitely doing that now. Like you definitely, yeah. That I would say that's your stand up. Like perfectly stated right there. You do get that vibe. Um,
And I get a lot of people that just are like, you know, I think, I hear a lot of comedians that just use some language that is like really edgy, and I respect it because I mean I can't do it, but if that's what they can do. Um, but I am so scared to be edgy that I have to be me.
yeah,
I have to kind of be and that's just who I am, and that's just who you are, and
Yeah.
that's what I think that's what's made us great the way we are is we're just who we are. And like when you get on stage, your comedy is nothing like I would expect it when you get on stage.
It's one of those things where I definitely wrote jokes that didn't sound good coming out my mouth. Like I've definitely wrote jokes where I was like, like tags where it's like, "Hey, buddy, you should try this," because it just doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like it's supposed to come out of my mouth. So I've definitely
But
passed on jokes before.
see, but I think you just have this straight face comedy that is just like I said, the first time I saw you, and you were just, you don't move a lot. You're just a very,
Oh yeah.
comedian. And just that in itself is funny.
Thank you so much. I love the fact that the moment you get on stage, you smile, and it's true. When people smile, when you smile, everybody in the room smiles, and that's just perfect for comedy, because it's just like you can't help but smile when you smile. So that's definitely one of the things you have. Then the fact that you're not scared to move around the stage. I tripped once. I didn't fall, but I tripped, and I was like, after that, I was like, it's no more walking. I was like, this is it. And I remember I was so
See,
mad because the joke didn't need me to walk. Like it was no reason for me to be walking. So that extra pissed me off. So I was just like, you know what? I can just get in the center of the stage, tell these jokes, and then I'm gone. Like it's
and
no
I'm
point.
good,
Yeah, like
and you're good.
yeah, because if I had
You're
twist
like,
my
no
ankle
reason,
tell yeah, if I had twist my ankle telling jokes, best believe it'd be no more comedian Michael Garrett. This would be
no reason
over.
for all the extra.
No, no, no. No, you catch
See, I
me.
think it. See, I think at my age, at 52, I have to prove to people that I can still move. I think that's why I do it. I'm just trying to prove myself.
Well, it definitely works. It definitely works. Do you get more tired doing that? Like moving around?
It's actually helps release my energy,
Okay.
my adrenaline.
Okay.
Um, but then again, it helps tell my stories. I think if I were to just stand there and tell my stories, it would be like crickets,
I got you.
But to see someone my age running around the stage, laying down on the stage, doing all this stuff, you know, and they're having to keep up with me.
Yeah.
I have to be high energy because most 52-year-old people are just like, so yeah, no, I gotta be high strung, for them to give them the unexpected.
Yeah. Well, you definitely give it to them, and you do an amazing job. Like I promise you, you. I'm really blessed to have you on the podcast. So you definitely have a great following, a great
Oh.
future. Also, um, is there anything else you would like to say about American Got Talent or American Idol?
Uh, no, I mean, like I said, I'm not a big movie buff, and I just watch shows because um, I work and do comedy, and that takes up the majority of my time. I'm on either doing that or doing TikToks or stuff like that. And I can't watch stuff like The Green Mile or Forrest Gump because I'll sit there and I'll cry for 2 days.
Me too. Me too.
I just can't do it.
The Green Mile will get me. If you don't mind me asking one question, you're 52. I hope this isn't an inappropriate question. Were you a fan of Murder She Wrote?
You know what? I think at that time I didn't even have a TV because I was so poor.
Okay.
So I really don't remember. I mean, I'm being serious. I really don't think I had a TV during that time.
Okay.
Uh, so I don't know how to answer that. I do love the show The Blacklist.
Okay. Nice. 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 I've seen a few episodes. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But anything else though, it's like, oh, that looks, I do love military movies. Like, I like military movies until my son went into the
Yeah.
military and then I couldn't watch it anymore.
I can
I was
understand that.
like, mm-mm. And now that he's out, I'm like, okay, I can watch it again. Is that awful?
Yeah, it makes sense though. Like it's different when it goes from like not fiction, but it goes different when it's like, okay, I'm just watching to realizing, oh, he might be going through this. So yeah, that makes total sense.
here's one last thing I want to say. If anybody from American Idol is listening or a producer, I want Snoop Dogg as a judge on America's Got Talent.
I agree with.
Or, yes, I believe that only Snoop, after he's high, can give a true judgment of your talent. I would let Snoop Dogg judge me.
Yes, I would love to see the people press the censor button.
Yes,
That's a funny
absolutely.
mother.
Yeah.
That's a cold mother. CBS better get ready for them fines. It's coming.
You can't say worth a boop.
Yeah.
You was not funny.
What the
Yeah,
book? What they thinking?
yeah, I could see him sitting beside Howie, right?
He gonna go back to his friends and be like, he killed that beep. Like,
That would be so cool. Right now, they don't, everybody's so stiff on there. It's like, get Snoop Dogg. If Snoop Dogg can do a cooking show with Martha Stewart, by God, that man can do anything.
yeah, I know, right? Two people with criminal records cooking. This is
Know it.
yes.
Snoop can cook. He has his own like TikTok and he does cooking on there.
I literally just got on TikTok 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I watched all
We
your
have this.
videos on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah,
What do you think about my videos that I do?
hilarious. Like you deserve the following you have. Like your characters, the fact that like you definitely can see where like you started taking it like serious, and then like I mean they were always funny, but now I could tell where like you take them serious now than from the beginning when I watched the first couple ones. But like you're killing it. Like they're all funny. It wasn't one where I didn't laugh.
You really had to. It's just like doing comedy on TikTok is just like doing comedy on stage. You had to find yourself. You had to find what works. What does like I had this lady, she goes, I haven't seen Fernando in a while. And the so many people are like, they live vicariously through these, you know,
Yep.
people. I've had people say, you are the meanest person on TikTok, the way you treat your neighbors. I'm like, uh, what? And I did one about what was it? Candy, no, Donna going to rehab for women that can't hold a man more than 15 days. And somebody said, please stop making fun of rehab. I just got out of rehab and it is a very difficult thing to do. I'm like, what? I'm talking about a rehabilitation center for Donna that can't hold a man more than 15 days. Oh my God.
I've read a lot of articles saying don't read the comments. Do you agree with that, or you feel like you have to read them?
I try to read every single comment. I try to comment to as many. Usually when I see stuff like that, I just hit delete and get it off my page. If it wasn't for those people, I would not be doing what I'm doing today.
Okay.
So I want to let them know how much I appreciate them lip syncing my videos, duetting my videos, because if you have you seen how people duet my videos and lip sync them?
Yes.
That takes a lot of practice.
Okay.
And so I have men that dress up in full drag to do my
Yep.
videos.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
And so I try to comment and tell people how much I appreciate their comments and everything they do. I think that's where people lose a lot of their following is they get big and they just stop commenting. They stop doing anything. And then people don't feel like I'm the one, I followed you. You're the reason you're so big. Now you act like you don't know who I am.
You're right. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I mean, I look at I'm a small channel now, so it's easy to look at comments, but I didn't think about it. Yeah, you're right. Well, there's no way you can answer every comment, but I get what you're saying. You do as many as you can.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so, and I think that's important that And I think that's where people get lost. And again, going back to popular singers and stuff and how they get lost, I think sometimes they get so busy and they can't respond to their fans. Fans get kind of hurt and they don't feel important anymore, so they kind of fall off the spectrum. um I don't know how the Kardashians keep up. Get it? Keeping up the Kardashians.
Yeah, they stay away from killers.
Oh,
Okay, maybe they're not a good time, and yeah, too soon. Yeah,
too soon.
yeah.
You got to wear gloves to be around those people, you know?
Oh yeah, I pray they don't fit. Yeah, uh,
Look, we're two comedians.
yeah.
Don't get us going.
For real. Like,
We can find a subject funny about anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's too short. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
And
You
if you
gotta.
ever want to be popular, if you ever want to become famous, have your mother turn you out in porn, I say. Because that's what, no, I'm just saying that's what happened to
No,
them.
I remember. I remember. That's
People say, how do you think the Kardashian, they're so popular with their makeup, and they are. I mean, wow, they went from nothing to, because a lot of that is because of their makeup and stuff, but I I know how they got there.
they're lawyers, right? Like the top people, like their family are lawyers, right? That's where the wealth came from in the beginning, I believe.
Right. Well, then you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and so then Kim had this porn, I guess you could say, home video, and she didn't want to show people, and her mother was like, "No, show it. It'll make us popular."
Yeah. Well,
And that's
I
what
think it got
happened.
leaked too. So, because
It
other
got leaked.
companies were selling it.
It got leaked, and they were trying to get it from the shelves, and they were just like, "Well, hey, it seems to be pretty popular. Let's leave it alone."
Yeah,
And that's kind of how she got her name, from what I heard. I don't know that to be a fact, but yeah.
yeah. That's why people say Kanye West is crazy. But if your wife had a sex tape out there, it's kind of hard to walk in rooms.
Right? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I tell you, what do you think about Kanye West? Is he not a Fruit Loop?
I think he's very talented in what he does. I would never take that away from him, but I definitely think he needs therapy. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about him.
It's one of those things
He,
where I just don't want to take away the talent from the artist because he doesn't make it where he is without being talented. So that's the only thing. But
exactly.
when you see everything that comes with it, you're just like, this guy has issues.
Yeah. That's like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He is um, I mean, true talent. One of, I would say, besides Muhammad Ali, and he might beat Muhammad Ali, he is absolutely one of the best boxers ever.
Yeah.
And I hate that people came in and took everything that man worked for away from him.
Yeah.
And just, it caused so many mental instabilities because of what people did to him.
Yeah. But he's like I say, he's just a very likable guy. Like it's hard not to like Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson is so likable that I literally just found out literally last year that he hit his ex-wife. Like I had never knew that he hit his ex-wife. Like, it doesn't make me hate. I lost a little respect for him, don't take me wrong. But like
Right.
if I'd never found that out, I'd be like, no, he never did that. Like, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you believe that because you hear this a lot, that comedians, a lot of them have a lot of skeletons of mental issues in their closets?
Oh yeah, we have to. Normal people don't stand in front of people and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal people aren't like, you know what? Here's my story. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why you should listen to me. Only preachers do that. So I guess, yeah, give me your money. This is we're not. I'm sorry if
Yeah.
you're religious. I'm sorry. I didn't. I hope that didn't offend you. Okay.
No, I'm Baptist, so you
Yeah.
do you.
Okay. Cool.
Us Baptists, we can laugh about anything. All we want to do is wait till church gets over at 12 o'clock so we can go to the buffet and eat.
Yes. Yes. You guys will pack out a golden corral. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, the black churches now, they don't get out till we have it staggered perfectly. We get out at 12, they get out at 2. That gives us enough time to, kind of, that's the way it's been, in the South for years.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially when Ryan's was a thing. You yeah.
Oh yeah. But now they got what is it? Golden Corral.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to ground now, man.
Yeah. And now you got to put on a glove. So you're walking around like Michael Jackson with
Yeah.
a blue glove on, scooping. You can hold the plate with this hand, but you have to scoop.
Yeah. I I hate buffets that don't have the spit visor over there.
Oh, my husband hates buffets.
I don't trust
He's like,
buffets that have too many kids in there. I'm like, whoa, it's 10 kids in here. We don't need to go in here. These kids don't understand. There's germs everywhere.
well, my husband's issue is, have you ever seen a skinny person at a buffet?
Me?
You must have a high, but I'd say 80%.
Oh yeah, 80%. Oh yeah, 80% breaking chairs.
Yeah, I don't know how a buffet makes, or how the buffets make money.
You know it's rude when they be like, all right, 5 plates.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have the whole plate filled.
Yeah.
The whole not the whole plate, the whole table filled. It's not even worth me going into a buffet because I eat like a bird. I'm
Right.
like, I just want the chicken skin and we're out.
Yeah. You should never treat a buffet like a challenge.
And that's what I see a lot of, especially when they grill the burgers. It's like chow down at that point.
Yeah.
You never see people hovering over the salad bar at a buffet, do you?
No, it just be me over there by my lonesome. Got the bacon and everything. Just like trying not to look awkward. Like, they got all the Caesar salad you want here. Nobody else gonna take advantage of this. You're not much. All right, this is what I'm
I
here
can,
for.
I can see it. Yeah, Michael wants to be taking a lunch. Oh, I know exactly where to take him. Ruby Cheese Days salad salad bar. Have you
My,
noticed all the Ruby Cheese Days are closing?
I want the one that's like literally a mile from my house. We're good.
Are
That
you? There's two here in Spartanburg that's closed.
okay. No,
Yeah.
the one on Garner's Ferry and close to where I live, we're good for the most part. The only, I guess, say the only problem is like I think they were closed down for renovations, but that's it. I don't think they're going anywhere.
Well, let me ask you: have you performed at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte?
Hmm? A few times, yeah.
How do you? That is my next dream is to go there and perform, and in Atlanta. I would love
Uh,
to go to Atlanta and perform.
I mean, it's just another. I ain't trying to be rude, but it's just another comedy zone. Like it's pretty much the same old, same old. Like
I
when you get
really.
there, just don't like when you get there. It's just like it probably fits maybe 20 more people than the one in Greenville, maybe 20 or 30 more people, but it's still just another comedy club. The stage is maybe just
Oh,
a little bit bigger, not much bigger.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'd love to go. I'd love to get in there and,
Yeah.
and do comedy and go to Atlanta. You've been, I'm sure you've been to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I've done Punchline. I've been to Atlanta Comedy Theater. Um, I've done a little bar and grill. Atlanta is nice, but I don't pick on um gay people, of course, in my set. I know you don't, but like for any comedian that watches this, just stay, no, stay away from like gay jokes in Atlanta. Just like just not. They did not find that funny at all. Like, we don't pick on them, of course, in our sets, but if it's a comedian watching, like,
Right.
that's not the place for gay jokes.
Really.
Yeah, really.
There's a big LGBTQB.
It,
It's
it's,
too much.
if you do have a gay joke, it's got to be one that's not like picking on them in particular. Cause that was a crowd where it was just like the comedian felt it and like he was, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was definitely like, sorry, very
Oh
sorry.
my gosh.
Next joke.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to get in over there by doing open mic night?
Like I say, everything's by who you know. Like once you like you've seen it. Once you work with somebody, they'll definitely help you get on. Like for me, it was just I did shows with somebody in Raleigh, and he's the reason why I got the other gigs in Atlanta.
Oh,
But like I say, I'll definitely throw your name around, Shelly. There ain't no problem.
yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still learning and you know, and I'm just trying to, get my name out there and who I need to talk to. I got to learn how, I got to remember names better than I do because I'm horrible at that. I need to take a little notebook. Like, I wonder why my dad always carried like a little spiral notebook in his front pocket. And every time somebody would say something, he'd take it out, flip it out, and get him a pen. I need to start doing that. I've hit that old lady age where I need the nerd pen and pad,
Nice, nice.
where people will say their name, and I'm like, hold on a minute.
Well, next time I see you, I'll give you one. I promise.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Usually I have a notebook and a pen, but I walk around, just when something hits me in the brain that would be funny, I write it down.
Yeah, I do like literally the moment it happens, I'll leave a voice memo in my phone because I'm just better if I hear myself saying it, then I can remember everything else.
Oh, that's a good idea. I just got to find it in my phone. I'm still learning about that too.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
People
okay.
say, do you know how to do effects and stuff? And I'm like, look, I hit record and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Well, judging by your videos, that's all you need. Like, stick with the basics. It's like I hate when people try to go the extra mile with something that's so simple. You know?
Have you seen the people that do where they have like a boot and they throw it up in the air and boom, they dress? I want to do that.
Okay.
I want to dress fancy, and do that. Be like hillbilly crazy chick to fancy chick.
Oh yeah, it's all about editing. So you would just record up to the point where the boot like goes in the air, and then literally just pause it or stop the video, and then you just go to. Do you have an iPhone?
No, I have an Android.
Well, I'm pretty okay. I'm not sure about Android, um, but it should be some kind of editing software where you can just link the videos together. In the next video,
Stitch.
yeah, you just
Okay.
time to, and you would literally just throw the boot up, like whatever. Have somebody else throw the boot, or you can throw the boot, and then when it comes down, you just already have the outfit changed. So it's all about editing on that one.
Well, look, I know how to do something. I can't wait.
Okay.
Now you know what I'm going to be doing all night.
Okay. Tell your husband I said I'm sorry.
Say, honey, go get me something fancy to put on.
Yeah. Put it in the truck.
Yeah, put it in the truck. And you know what's funny? You know how I always do my skit with my lingerie, right? The can of
Mhm.
busted biscuit. The other day I'm at work and no, I was at Dollar General and I'm paying for my stuff and I'm trying to find my wallet. And I had, you know how women's purses are. You just have to scoop in there to find your stuff. So I scooped out and I put it, there's that lingerie. I forgot to take it. And this lady's like, I'm like, no, I'm a comedian. It's never mind.
Yeah.
So my husband's like, you need a comedian bag to take with you to leave in your car
That's a smart decision. That's smart.
instead of
Man.
digging and pulling out thong lingerie. Yeah. We could talk all day, couldn't we?
Yes.
About
Yes.
nothing.
I said, but I
You
won't
have
take.
great.
Yes, I agree. Anytime you want to come back, please let me know. Like I said, I
Thank
didn't.
you.
Is there anything you like to say to your fans?
I love y'all. I love y'all. Love y'all. And normally on Thursdays, I'm on open mic night at the Comedy Zone in Greenville. Go to my website, shellybellycomedy.com. Any shows that I have coming up, they are put on there. Just go to events. If you want to buy merch, I have a merch store on there. If you want to see my TikToks, my Facebook, my Instagram, everything is under shellybellycomedy.com. I do have some stuff on YouTube, my stand up. So go check it out.
Yes, guys, please go support Shelly Belly, comedian bookers. Make sure you book her; she's hilarious, and please follow her on
Oh,
social media. Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast.
thank you. It was a pleasure.